Welcome back. Before we went on that short break, we were talking about the Federal Executive Council as they've approved 80 billion naira for the reconstruction and expansion of Alau Dam in Borno State. Now, joining us to have this conversation, we have with us Dr. Tope Olatunde-Aiyedun, environmental expert and also lecturer at the Confluence University in Kogi State. You're welcome, Dr. Tope. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
You're welcome. Thank you. Now, so given the history of flooding in Nigeria, which happens a lot, how effective have past flood mitigation efforts been, and what are the key challenges in implementing and also maintaining flood control infrastructure?
Thank you. For the past years, climate change has been upon us, and it has been like is just for the experts, it's just for the educationists, and just for those that are studying anything relating to environment. But oftentimes, we always tell people that it's for all. The environment is for all, and if there are crises, we all will be affected. It's not just one person that will be affected, but everybody. And I think over the years, there has been climate crisis all around, but it keeps getting worse as the adverse effect is severe now compared to before. So all ends must always be on desk. So the challenges are right there, and it's already obviously seen than it usually was before. It's more severe, it's more adverse, it's more pronounced, and everybody is aware. Most people are aware, and I think the conversation too with people using their ethnic languages, different languages, to tell people about what is going on, about the climate crisis, has also helped over the years. So now it's not just English terms, it's now in your dialects, in your indigenous languages, and we all know that there's a climate crisis upon us. So that's what.
Okay. So how will the reconstruction and expansion of Alau Dam impact local communities in Borno State?
In fact, I'm so excited with the proactive measures by the federal government. This was the time it happened, the time this crisis happened in Borno State, I think around September. I was here also to talk about what is going on and why we need to show more of the mitigation aspect than the adaptive aspect, because the mitigation aspect actually prevents the scenario, prevent the crisis from happening. So why are we supposed to wait for the crisis to happen before we do it? So when the government said that they've approved 80 billion naira for construction of dams, I was so excited, because I know that if they put in the effort and they use the money for what is meant to be used for, then I believe that this year's crisis will be minimized, if not completely eradicated. There should be construction of quality dams that will last us for year long, for as long as 10 to 15 years. We should not be managing the materials that will be used in constructing the dams. Also, there should be wider drainages, not just the dam. Add drainages to it. They should add construction of levees and embankments. So many other things can be put into places that will help this crisis from not happening, or from not being so severe as it used to be. So I expect more to be done this year, and I'm happy with the FGC, with the federal government starting with the approval. At least there's no more money crisis anymore. The finances are there, so we can start the work immediately.
And how will the government ensure the sustainable funding of flood control projects and the long-term maintenance of critical infrastructure like dams, like this particular one we're talking about?
Yes, because the truth of the matter is, environmental crisis is a yearly or perennial crisis that we keep experiencing. Even if this year it may be mild, but we are expecting flood. I think the NIMET, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, they've already announced that there will be flash flood in May to June, and it was predicted that some states like Ondo and Edo and Lagos will be affected. All these are measures, are early warning measures that is already there. So we can make use of this useful information to ensure that the crisis of climate is not as severe and as rampant. So federal government should keep putting in effort, putting in the money. There is room for ecological fund. I know that there are ecological funds, but there should be accountability for those funds. Any fund that is being given, there should be accountability for it. And they should know reason why they are using it. What are they using it for? What are the money used for? Are they effectively used before they cannot give them another one?
Dr. Tope,
yes, sir.
We want to say thank you very much for your contribution on the topic here. And of course, we'll always continue to come back to you as a resource for these topics. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.